Okay, we're deep in it now, deep into the finish time. We got to get back on track with a really good week, really good preparation, going against a familiar opponent. It seems like these guys are in our division just about as we play them almost every year. And some changes. There's some changes this time around, but Panthers have always been tough, and it's always been a great matchup for us, and so we got to get ready to go. Really like to finish road trips with a really good finish right here, and so we're putting everything we can into it. It's a big championship opportunity for us, and we've got to get right and do everything we can to make it a successful week here in practice, and then we'll take it to Sunday. So we're looking forward to it.
How's Ziggy Johnson doing?
Ziggy's practicing today. He's got a chance, real good chance to be okay, but he has to still prove it. It's the strength issue right now.
You're going to go a little more than last week because of the longer rest between days. You were in walkthrough mode as opposed to last week.
Yeah, well, we'll know when we know. I haven't checked with the guys if they checked him out today yet, but he's practicing today, and so he could do it last week, but he just wasn't able to play. So we'll find that out. Give us a couple days, and we don't need to hurry to that decision. Rush to it.
How about Jadavian?
He's sick today. Yeah, he got the flu thing. It finally hit him.
Still around, huh?
I'm sure that's not what you asked.
Is it still going around? Is other players?
He's the only guy I know of right now.
Michael Kendricks, what's his status for this week?
He ran yesterday, and I think he's going again today. He won't practice today, so we have to wait and see all the way to the end of the week if he can make it back.
Chris
and ankles.
Chris hitting 1,000 yards again this year. Just when you have that kind of running back, kind of the physical workhorse type running back, what does that mean to a team? Just maybe that.
It means a great deal to us. It always has. To have a running back that has the attitude that we like to exhibit and the mentality. Chris has been exactly that. We've had pretty good style in our running backs over the years, and Chris has really generated the consistency. To come back to back and do that. That's tremendous work, and it's been a trying year for him. He's had to been challenged, had to get his way back into the rhythm of things and all that. But he's done it well, and he certainly has maintained the attitude that really stands for all of us. When he's carrying the ball, we're proud to see him run, and the defense takes great pride in that as well as the offense. And the big guys up front, they're really proud of the fact that he was able to come back again and get 1,000 yards, and because those are the guys that had to make it happen, and so they all share that.
How much interaction have you had with Rivera over the years? And
not very much, league meetings and stuff like that. We've been friendly for a long time, but not very much.
Are you surprised, or are you beyond surprised about coaching?
No, yeah, I'm surprised. He's done a great job. He's been a successful coach, and he's a good ball coach. Obviously, he's proven that. So, but they got to make their decisions and all that. But somebody's going to get a good ball coach.
With Rashad, is there any more damage beyond just the ACL?
There's some other stuff that they'll look at when they get in there. They are going to do surgery. He will have surgery, and so he's not going in immediately. They're going to let it quiet down before they do that. It's a long haul to get him back, so we're going to take all the right precautions to make sure we start the process at the right time. But they got to get in there and find out what's going on. But it's an ACL damage that mainly they're concerned with.
What do you need to see from Homer to get him reps in the game?
We're ready to go, really. He has been a fantastic contributor on special teams, and he's worked throughout the year with us. We don't have any hesitation. He will have a chance to get the ball this weekend. CJ is going to step right into the 2 role and work with alternating with Chris, and Homer's alive and ready to go too. So. I'm really happy for CJ. He's had the numbers just got him all during the middle part of this season. He's a really capable player. We love the way he plays and the way he's been practicing. He's been healthy throughout to give himself a chance, but he's been frustrated too, and in likely fashion he should be. But he's ready to go, and so it just kind of gives us a chance to think that let's get Homer some shots too, and so if the opportunity arises, we're going to do that.
Be able to maintain that yards per carry average?
He's going to work at it. He's set the bar very high.
When CJ's going right for you, what is it about what he does that stands out and fits right for Hawaii?
Well, if you go back to CJ's background, you know, he was a receiver in college. You know, he was a DB first, and then he was a receiver. And I think he caught 50 passes or something his sophomore year, or whatever it was back there, before he became the running back. Maybe it was his junior, before, you know, his last year. And he was a regular, you know, and he caught the ball down the field, running all the routes and the whole stems and route trees and all that stuff, and did fine at it. So that has always been just a factor for us, that we've always, you know, we look to him to add that to the offense. And so he's got some stuff that's a little unique in that regard.
With Penny, is it a knee reconstruction then?
I don't know that. I don't know if that's the phrase. I can't help you on that one.
Does it look like it's beyond the beginning of next season?
No, I would never say that right now. No, I don't know how many months we got, but it's going to take him a while.
What did you think of how Cody Barton played, and is he going to be healthy then?
Yeah, Cody's going today. You know, he's got a little banged up in the game, but he came back and got back in. He is just kind of like denying being hurt. I mean, it's just it's not there. So we'll see how he does during the week. He played really hard. He had some kind of classic first-time shots, you know, where he misjudged a couple blocks, you know, and being on the edge, and a couple routes in the flat, you know, that he could have jumped a little bit better. So it's just, you know, getting to the game speed thing that you know, he'll be better this week, and he's going to pick up on every little tip that he can get to improve and help us out, and anxious to see him play again.
Plus 11 in turnover differential now. You guys obviously led the league last year. Do you have going into your specific number or target on that stat?
You got to get the double digits sometime. We made it a week ago. That's the first kind of marker, and so we made it to double digits, and now we got to push it. You know, with 3 weeks left, you know, it's out there, but you know, we're trying to get 3 a week. So let's get to 20 is the next one. You know, but you got to get 12 before you get, you know, all the way up there. So. It's a big deal to us, though, and our guys are really tuned into it, and it's the contribution of both sides that makes this happen. But guys have been hawking the football really well, and we got to keep it going.
It's very likely that someone from your division is going to be on the road for the first playoff game, while someone from the NFC East is, you know, under 500, around 500. You guys have obviously been the beneficiary of that before. I'm just curious if you have any thoughts about how the playoffs are seeded according to record versus division.
Absolutely not. I have none. We just keep playing and see what happens. We love to play at home. That's what we're playing for, to get the opportunity to play here. We know how we play when we're here that time of year, and so that's everything to shoot for. And other than that, I don't care, and I don't know, really.
Did you get a sense that maybe some guys weren't as up for that game on Sunday as they needed to be?
No, I wasn't. No, it had nothing to do with that. We got out executed early in the game. They were going faster than we adjusted, and it just took us too long to get going. And then we never caught up on offense either. You know, they played great. I thought it was a really well played game by them in all phases, even the penalties and the whole thing. You know, other than the turnovers, they played, you know, near perfect, and we needed to be at that level, and we weren't. You know, you got to give them credit.
Speaking of being late to the adjustments, did that surprise you given the veteran experience at linebacker?
Yeah, there was a couple things that happened, you know, that got us off, and there's enough newness that kind of contributed to it. So, but they did better than we did, and we had prepared for the tempo and all of that, and we just got out executed in it.
The newness, Cody Barton.
He was part of it. Yeah, he had to make his alignments and stuff like that. It happened really fast. That's part of it. And then worrying about the new guys, you know, and so it wasn't as good as we needed to be. So we just have to eat it. There's nothing I can tell you other than that we didn't do it well enough.
Kind of following up on Joe's question, Shaquille Griffin made a comment that insinuated that maybe he thought they were a bit cocky. You mentioned getting knocked off their high horse going into that game. Did you kind of sense that at all?
Well, this league will humble you. You know, you get caught up in it. It can humble you. The teams are so good, and it doesn't matter what their record is. It's just that day, and that's always been the case. And so you have to stay on it, and you have to stay ahead. And you know, I think I mentioned it to you. You know, we've had some really good clubs that got humbled late in the year too. You know, and hopefully that helps us, you know, to make sure that we don't allow for any latitude at all that can get us and give somebody else an edge on us. We were jacked to play. I mean, the whole week was a great week. We were looking forward to it. The night before, in that cruddy locker room that you're in there, we still held on to it and did all the things we needed to do. And so I'm giving them credit. They looked great the week before, and they carried it over to our game too. next week. Let's go.
What do you make of what Josh Gordon's done so far, and is there room for growth in his role?
Sure. Yeah, Josh has had huge games in the past, and he just hasn't got the ball enough yet to show that for us. But he's done really well. Josh has been a really good guy around here and practicing and working hard and studying. There's a few calls in that game that he had shots that the ball didn't get to him, and he was there. He ran the right route, and we were open, and we just didn't get there because of other issues. But we're counting on him to be, he could have a big game anytime.
Christian McCaffrey is obviously having a huge year. Just in terms of trying to slow them down on offense, how much does it start with him?
He's a great player. He was a great player in college. I remember sitting at the combine in the evening, sitting down with him, just one-on-one with him, and I was really excited to talk to him because I was so impressed with him as a college player, and I kind of wanted to see if he had that kind of twinkle in his eye about being great. He left no doubt, and I was blown away by his mentality, and then to see him perform at such a high level so consistently, and he's good at everything, and he's the best combo guy there is. 86 catches he's got right now. I don't know, it's third or fourth in the league, whatever it is, as well as 1,200 yards. I mean, it's crazy numbers. But he brings it, and he runs tough, and he's good in the open field, and he makes the catches and runs the routes, and he's an incredible player. So the answer is yes, it is built around him. It should be. They figured that out. It wasn't hard to figure it out. And he's been incredible in his first couple years in the league.
How could you tell that about him in that conversation you had?
Well, there was just a couple things that were said that I was challenging him to figure it out, and for me to figure it out, and I walked away really, really impressed. That's enough. I don't need to do too much there.
What have you thought of Kyle Allen so far in his time in Carolina?
Well, he's been up and down a little bit. He came out and made a great start, and struggled a little bit lately. But he's got the throws, and he's got all. They have all of the actions, and they believe in him because they give him the opportunity to throw the ball down the field and do all the stuff. So they know that he can do it. He's got a really good group around him. Both Samuel and Moore, those guys are really good. When Greg's playing too, and 22 back there, they got all kinds of firepower. So this is it's a good club, and over the years we've always had great respect for them. And when Cam was playing, but we've seen the good that Kyle can bring them, and they're very formidable because of all of the ways they can attack you.
When you look at your pass rush, what's it going to take to get back to what you guys had in Philly and San Francisco, especially when you look at the injuries that Jadeveon and Ziggy are dealing with? Like, how do you kind of get back to where you want?
We just got to keep working. We got to keep working our combinations of guys and try to take advantage of the ops when the guys are healthy and when they're doing right, and keep mixing. We'll need more from Griff. Griff can help us some, and LJ got to see if he can help us some too when those guys other guys aren't available. Cover right, so that we allow the rush to get there, pressure well, so that we can give our guys a chance to cause the problems with the additional guys rushing. Our linebackers can cause some problems too. Michael Kendricks has been a good blitzer for us, and he's, we miss him not being a big factor. So Cody did a nice job a couple times he had. So it's everybody has to contribute to help us get better.
Pete, where is Tyler Lockett health-wise now compared to where he was in the Niner game? Is he back to where he was before he got hurt?
Yeah, I think he's really back. I thought he felt really good last week, and he's going into this week raring to go. He's fine.
How's Luke Wilson doing?
He's chomping at the bit to play this week. He's politicking. He like those guys in Washington D.C. He is working it, and so give him credit. He wants to play in the worst way, and he ran well today. He was really pumped up about it. He told me at least 4 times, and how well he looked in his workouts. So he's working at it.
How's Nick Ballard?
Nick's got a chance to come back. He's going to practice today, and we're thinking that Nick, if he makes it through the week, we'll wait to determine that, but he should be able to play for us. That's a big plus for us coming back. He's been a real factor in teams, and a real good factor for us, so we're looking forward to him coming back.
What does Ryan Neal bring to you now that you've
He's
seen
done a
him?
good job with us. We saw him back in his Atlanta days on film playing, and really liked his toughness and aggressiveness and confidence that he played with. He's done that here for us. He's done a really good job. He has, as the young guys have to do, they got to get captured by the special teams guys. And don't mean to put you to sleep there. Sorry. He's done that. Made a great impression. And so he steps right in for us. He's going to take Nico's spot, and he'll be on special teams and all of that. And really, we're grateful that we've had the chance to build him up and prepare him and make him, one of our guys. So I'm anxious to see him play.
You mentioned Russell, you'd like to see him get the ball out a little quicker, at least from Sunday. Is there anything else about his production that you'd like to see improve over the last month? Yeah. I'd like him to be able to throw for 300 and about 4 touchdowns a week. We'd like that to happen. So he could do a little bit better, and we need to help him. We need to contribute. We'd like the production. If we run the ball for 180 or something, 200, and he throws it 20-something times, I don't care. As long as we play well, and we're not worrying about the ends all. But it'd be nice if it happens. I guess that's kind of how in the spirit of how you ask that.
You guys faced some pretty good defensive lines over the last few weeks.
Heck,
how would you
yeah.
grade Joey Hunt's performance?
I think Joey's doing really well. Joey has really held up his own. Like we said from the start, his smarts is really a plus. He has been in command of what's going on up there. We haven't taken a step back at all. And he's done a nice job. Joey's got different strengths than Justin Britt does. He's got different makeup, and his ability to get downfield in the second level blocking has been really noticeable. So he's doing fine. Really pleased that he's been able to pull that off.
Anything else? Thank you.
See you guys.